Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of something I promised you when I did the preview video for this game, and that is This War of Mine. Now, if you don't know what This War of Mine is, do yourselves a favor, go back, check out my playlist called Judge Mathis, and it should be the most recent one there, and check out the video and kind of look at what this game is all about. But This War of Mine, quite simply, is a survival game set in, I think it's the 60s, during a city besieged by war. You're not playing as a soldier, you're playing as a civilian, just trying to survive day to day. It is touching, it is emotional, and it is really fun. Let's go ahead and just start playing. You'll hopefully get the idea of the game as we play, and hopefully you guys will go pick up the game yourselves. The link will be in the description below, as it always is. Let's hit that survive button. Now, one of the things before in the preview video is that I couldn't save my file, which is why I did not... game crashed. Well, I'll be right back. Definitely wouldn't count that against the game. Typically, fraps in certain games don't really work until you boot the game up first and then start recording. This just seems to be one of those games. Alright, so, day 1, we're just going to be surviving. We'll take a look at our survivors, we'll take a look at our surroundings, and we'll just kind of make do with what we have. The game always gives you 3 survivors randomly, and I believe their personalities and traits are randomly chosen, distributed. Let's take a look at what we are lucky enough to have gotten. It's just kind of zooming in right now. The house looks to be one that we had last time. So when the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. Katya met both Pavle and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter. While Bruno had his own television cooking show, Pavle was the star of a local football team. Katya even interviewed him once. Now they meet in dramatically different circumstances looking for food and shelter. Alright, this actually, I think, is the same group of people we've had in the preview of the game. So, we have many things that we have to do here during the game. Now, I don't know if we can actually pause it. Yep, we can. But it all gets blurred out. Anyway, we'll take a look real quick. So, this up here is going to be your general information. You have the day of survival it is, time of day it is, the temperature it is. We can take a look at the things that we have, which right now is nothing. Or we could just straight up end the day. Over here, we've got each one of our people and what their current situation is. So she's good at bargaining. Bruno is a good cook. And Pavle is a good runner. He's a fast runner. You also can take a look at their biographies about what they were before this. Doesn't really matter too much. Drag for more. Can't really do anything about that. The controls are touchscreen friendly, to say the least, which is a little bit of a downside, in my opinion, to the game. But it doesn't really detract too much. And then over here, underneath all that, is going to give their status effects. So Pavle is actually slightly sick, while the other two should be totally fine. Throughout the house, we're going to be able to do a number of different things. We're going to have the ability to kind of scavenge the thing. And since this house is brand new and we kind of just moved in here, there's a lot of things we need to do. So let's just get people working. So we're going to have Katya just start breaking this open. We're going to have Bruno start scavenging this area over here. And we will have Pavle, who's slightly sick, also start to scavenge. Now, if you double-click an area, they will end up running to it. So this is open, and now we can actually swing down here if we want to. I think this door is just open. We could have done it anyway, but the more access points, the better. So we just finished scavenging. Let's go see what we got. We've got ourselves some basic herbs, which is going to be good for herbal medications and to roll up cigarettes. We've got components, just about anything, nails, duct tape, plastic containers, scrap, things like that. So this is going to be stuff we need to build. We'll just go ahead and take all of it. We also have sugar and wood. So sugar is good for moonshine, which is alcohol, which would make people happier, and then wood, which obviously can be used for a ton of different things. So she's up there. She's going to go looting over there. He's done looting over here. So that was some food, some basic food, and then more of everything else. So we'll go ahead and do that. You know what? We're going to go ahead and zoom out here. More herbs. Ooh, we got some water and some electronic parts, some regular parts, and some sugar. All that's useful for building things. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's send him up to clear this debris. Same thing, clear out that debris. A lot of debris to be cleared. And she'll go ahead and loot this. Now, a lot of the areas in the house are going to be blocked off by debris, which is why it's going to take a while here. We found some more herbs and a bunch of other parts, so we'll go ahead and take all of that. Simple enough. And where do we want her? Let's go ahead and have her clear this out. The door is locked. Now, that sucks because we can't actually do anything with a locked door right now. We don't have any lock picks or anything, so that's useless to us. We'll have him clear this out then. And if we double click, he'll actually go ahead and run off to it. One of the things I also don't like about the game a little bit is that as people do things, the screen whips over to them, kind of wrenching control away from you. Not a huge fan of that. But like I said, if you double click, he'll run. It's useful more for combat situations. And of course, you don't have a lock, so we'll go ahead and have him do that. She's kind of clearing this out of the way. Let's go ahead and pop this door open. Start looting. Again, more of a bunch of stuff, and then we'll go ahead and do this. Once we have everything kind of cleared and moved, we'll head over to the workbench and we'll start looking at building some improvements to the house. Now, building improvements is everything from building beds to building like a heater. And we have to decide what's important, what's more important. So, obviously supplies are incredibly limited. We need to decide, do we want to spend our rare resources building a bed or building a heater to keep everybody warm? Now, right now, it's warm enough that people aren't really going to worry about the cold. But as time goes on, things are going to get colder, and we're going to need things like beds, and we're going to need things like heaters. I'm going to say beds are probably one of the more important things. Getting people well rested is going to be the most important early on. So he cleared out that debris. We can now head over here and see what we've got. Hopefully something good. A bunch more herbal medicines, some more water and all that. We'll take it all. So that's that. We can't actually come over here. This is locked. I'm almost positive this is locked. Yeah, so this is all locked. So the rest of the house is locked areas, it's looking like. Hopefully we can get something out of this. I don't think we can help. I'm pretty sure that's not something we can actually do, is have them help another person clear out areas. He's going to make his way over there very slowly. They're almost done clearing out. They're also going to end up getting tired because I'm putting them through so much work. Yeah, it's locked. Oh, he can actually do it. No, he does not. Never mind, he can't do it. No tools to force it open. So, she's done. Maybe we'll get something out of this. Also locked. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and see if we can actually help him out. I don't know if we can actually have more than one person help. Let's find out, shall we? The fact that this is locked blows. That's really, really sucky. Yeah, we're lucky it's not cold here. It's not cold yet. There's nothing useful. I can't help you. There's nothing more useful. You can't do anything. I'd love to get you to start prying open things, but you can't. You know what? You're not feeling so good. Let's get you out of there. I don't want you to work more than you have to. Let's get you maybe building some stuff. So let's get you up here. All right. So this is... I can't remember which one's which. This is improved workshop. So we can improve the workshop, which we don't necessarily want to do. This is improve the house. So, what do we want? We have a bed. We could build beds, chairs, simple heater, and a radio. We also have things like a crude stove for cooking, moonshine still, rainwater collector, which is also super important, and then other consumables like filter, fuel, and all that other good stuff. We're going to want a rainwater collector for water early on. So let's go ahead and make this. It's going to cost us 15 of our 40 just general parts, 5 out of our 25 wood, and 3 out of our 10 gear. Let's go ahead and make that. So we have to place it. Where do we want to put it is the question. We could put it down here. We could put it in the kitchen. You know, I'm going to put it down here. Where down here is the question. We could put it way over here. Placing is important too because it takes time to get to it. I like to keep the stove in the kitchen because it's right next to the food. Yeah, we'll put it down. We'll put it down here. We'll put it here. So he's going to go over there. It's going to take him an hour to build it, but he'll get it going. And once that's done, we'll have a rainwater collector nice and done. Now, with you, we'll have you up there and get building some more stuff. Hopefully, he'll finish clearing relatively shortly, and then this hopefully won't be locked. But if we can get a bed up, I want to get at least one bed down, too. Getting a bed is going to be necessary because overnight people need to sleep, and if they don't have a bed, they don't sleep very well. So they're not well rested. They can't scavenge at night as quickly. So let's go ahead and go and build one bed. It's going to take 6 out of our 25 and 8 out of our 20. And we're going to put the beds down, one of the beds down here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So the night is already here. So here's what happens. At the night, you have to make a decision. You have to make a lot of decisions, in fact. Who's going to go out scavenging? Who's going to guard for the night? Who's going to sleep? Maybe you'll just want everybody to sleep. Maybe you think it'll be safe enough. Maybe you want to actually, you know, have everybody go out and scavenge. For instance, our scavenger right here, well, he's selected a scavenger right now, only can carry 10. So instead of him, you know, being our scavenger, why don't we have him sleep? He's a fast runner, but he's sick. Since he's sick, we're going to have him sleep, and we'll have her go out and scavenge for the night. Hopefully, we won't get him too sick. Now, we're at the abandoned cottage. Oh, no, our shelter's here. We have a bunch of places we can choose to go loot, rather. We have an abandoned cottage, which is going to have lots of food, huge amounts of materials, some meds, huge amounts of weapons, and lots of parts. A ruined villa. She looks like lots of meds, lots of food, huge amounts of materials, weapons, and parts. Or a quiet house. Not much there. Lots of food, meds, and parts. Let's go to the abandoned cottage. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll hit prepare. Now we determine, do we want to bring anything with her? We're not going to take anything with her. We're going to go ahead and have her go and bring an empty backpack. We want to make sure she can carry as much stuff as possible. And the game crashed again. I'll be right back. Alright, it's definitely a Fraps issue. I'm going to have to end up, I think, switching my recording program. But we'll do that after this episode. So anyway, we are scavenging. We have Katya out. Now, scavenging takes place at night, as you can see. It's going to be a little bit different of a gameplay element. You see the gameplay switch up a little bit here. We can both use fists in case we want to fight, or scavenge, which does mean there will be NPCs, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So, what do we want to do? Well, we want to be very quiet and very careful. Running is a bad idea because it can make noise. We're going to grab as much as we possibly can here, and being quiet is imperative during this. So as you can see, there's a fog of war present amongst the map when you are in the scavenging mode. We have to be very careful that we don't end up getting seen, heard, or caught. There will be little cues around the map that tell us what's going on and you know, kind of cues for noise and stuff. So if we see little pings and stuff, typically that means there's noise that we can hear. So we're going to go up to this door here. We're actually going to go ahead and click on the eye icon. And the eye icon is going to slowly reveal if there's anything in the immediate surroundings. And it looks like there is not anything immediately there. So that's good. Let's actually head down here and see if there's anything down here that we can grab. And then we can leave, but that's what that is over there, just a leaving icon. Let's go ahead and grab down here. Heading down to the basement and scavenging the area over here quickly is going to be our best bet. Now, you might notice we have grabbed some weapon parts. We do have some gunpowder and some shell casings. Those are useful, but those will also be the first things I end up dropping for food and water, at least in the early days of playing this game. For instance, like now, I want to drop this. We want to grab at least some of this wood. Because it only stacks in stacks of 2, so we have to be very careful here. And I'm actually going to drop the casing. And the reason it's not a big deal is because we will end up coming back here and doing the scavenging later on. So we'll see what else is around. I want to get a good feel as to what else is in this building first. Okay, you see that red marker right there? That means there's noise. That's a little bit scary. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a mouse. So that's what it is. It's a mouse that's glitched in the stairs. So that can happen, by the way. The noise can be made in the house, and the noise could just be an animal of some sort. So you kind of have to keep in mind that that's what that's going to be. So we're going to, from the inside, it was locked, apparently. So we went underneath and around and saw that there was a boards put up against the door. So there's possibly somebody living in here. Let's be very careful and see what's up here. Again, trying to be as quiet as possible. That looks like somebody's dead. There's also something with a magnifying glass. A note that says, on the first day they robbed us, 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. So the guy who's living here is dead. No big deal. And there's a mouse moving around down there. As you can see, it's scampering around. That must be what this guy is. This must be the dead body of the guy who ended up shooting himself. Very sad game. Let's go ahead and grab this. Alright, let's take a peek in here just to make sure there's nobody in here. Alright, we're looking good. It's locked, of course it is. If we can get ourselves... I didn't mean to run there. That causes noise. If we can get ourselves the gun, that'll be good. We can just grab that. More importantly, I would like to get more gears. That'd be good. Yes, I could really use a shovel. Also, lockpicks. Lockpicks would be phenomenal. I just want to pop through here as quickly as we can and go to the back and maybe end up getting ourselves a pistol in the process. Getting ourselves a weapon to use for a self-defense and all that stuff is a welcome change. Not even a change, a welcome addition, rather, to our loot. It's going to take a while. Having a shovel would make things very, very quick. Now, I don't know if NPCs can show up in the middle of the night to loot the area that you're looting. It's possible. I do know that while you're surviving in your normal house, NPCs can show up at the front door for a number of reasons. To attack you and take your stuff, to trade with you, to ask to join you. There's a lot of things that can happen while you're living at home. I don't know if any of that can happen, though, while you're out scavenging. I wouldn't put it past the game to allow that to happen. But I don't know. So we're almost done scavenging, or breaking rather, through all this rock so we can go into the backyard and grab that pistol. And then we can get the hell out of Dodge afterward. Ooh, she just blinked in that picture. Not gonna lie, a little creepy to have the picture blink at you. Everything is completely still, except for her picture that blinks. Alright, I don't see anybody behind me. And of course it's locked. Damn it. Alright, well, let's actually go into the fridge here. Alright. I'm actually going to end up taking some food. I'll probably drop some of this for the food. Because we have a good cook. We have a cook as part of our group. Alright. We'll have to come back later for the rest of it. A family photo of parents and 2 daughters. Good thing the girls don't resemble their father. He looks like a bear. Well, hopefully he's not here. Alright. Let's go ahead and run. Let's get the hell out of here. It's about as much as we can carry. Our backpack is indeed full. Let's go. Oh, that's the gun parts. Oh, this is the back. This is considered the backyard. We'll get these. We'll come back for these. Let's get out of here. I don't want to risk it. Katya is back. Excellent. All right, and that marks the beginning of day 2. Welcome back, Katya, with all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, of course you found plenty of stuff. What a night is right. Now, when her coming back, she's probably going to end up being tired. She brought back all that good stuff. Awesome. So she's hungry, and of course she's tired. Everybody else got to sleep on a bed. Now, when I actually had to reload the game, I actually had to start back on day 1 again. The only thing I did a little bit different is I ended up building 1 extra bed. Yeah, of course, aggressive groups are wandering the area. So people are hungry. He's still recovering, but he's a good cook. But you know what? Let's go down here. Let's build a stove so we can actually build and make some meals. That's going to be important for us. Can't really do anything else. We might end up ending day 2 rather, a little bit sooner rather than later. But let's get a little bit of more stuff done, and then we can call this an episode. At least an introductory episode. It's been a bit broken up because of all the crashes. I will not be using Fraps to record this from now on. But it's lesson learned. Let's put it that way. So one of the things we're going to want to get is a crude stove. We can burn some fuel made of wood, books, or components, and cook more nutritious meals. And we have the supplies to do it, so we might as well make it. And we're going to go ahead and put this right up by here. Also, I might want to end up upgrading our workstation. One of the things that's important about upgrading the workstation is that once you upgrade the workstation, more things can be built in your safe house to make it more comfortable, to make it more livable. And that's something we're going to try and do here. Alright, so let's see. If we wanted to do this, enables the manufacture of more sophisticated items and appliances, providing us with more options to get food or meds and trade goods. We can upgrade to make it further electrical things. Now, we could do this, but you can see how expensive it is. Or, we can just go ahead and, go ahead and build something more useful and then go and build that afterward. Actually, you know what we want to do? Let's build a filter. And with a filter, we can put the filter in the rain collector barrel so we can have water that is filtered out and not terrible. Yes, I know you're hungry. We're working on it. So we made a filter. Now, if we come over here with the filter, we should be able to click on this and just get water out of it. We can make water. So he's going to go ahead and make 4 units of clean water. That's good stuff. Now the cook, he's still recovering. We don't have actually good meds. We're going to have him come up here and cook. And everybody's going to have food. Now that's going to take time to purify. So you put the filter in. Now we have to wait for it to purify the 4 water. We're going to have the cook come up here and cook us some food. Everybody's going to eat. Let's go ahead and have her sit in the chair for now. And let's have him come up here. I know he's sick. We definitely need better meds, but for now, it's useful. Oh, you know what? We need fuel. So actually, you come back down here. I forgot we need fuel. No. I didn't mean to do that. Jesus Christ. I need fuel. We're gonna have to make fuel from components, wood, or books. We don't have any books. Let's go ahead and make it from components for now. And then he should just automatically be able to use it up here. And he'll only be able to make one meal. So let's go ahead and have him make a meal. He'll eat it. We're gonna have to have them eat raw food. He's gonna eat the meal because he's sick. Not that it matters, but I have no idea if it matters or not. But I need to make sure they're not, you know, overworking themselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him back on the bed so he's resting and recovering. They're not hungry anymore. She's still hungry. Holy shit. They're still hungry. That sucks. We're gonna need to maybe make some more food. We're gonna need, what, 2 fuel to make more food. See, again, that's where the whole what do we spend our resources kind of micromanagement comes out on. Interesting. What do we do? So meals automatically fill them. Well, you know what? We'll make that decision next episode. I need to kind of stitch together this episode. And I want to make sure next time I record, I'm not sitting here banging out like 6 or 7 different pieces of an episode, putting it together. But anyway, I think this is a good first look as to how this game is played. I hope you guys are excited for it. If you are, let me know, as I'm excited to continue playing this war of mine. This is a game right up my alley, and I look forward to seeing more of this in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.